Hey guys, I'm here with my 2001 4Runner. This is part two of a two-part series. The first part, we built a box in the back with drawers, and the second part, we're going to be doing the sleeping loft area as well as just a couple accessories for the drawers themselves. So here we go, let's go for it. Let me show you what I came up with for the brace from the back. Okay. So this is what I came up with. A couple different things to note back here. First off, on all of the D-rings around, there's 4 on the corners. I just put one of these, put an eye bolt in and tightened it down. That holds this entire thing secure. Second thing you'll notice is I've got these picture hangers. That was what I did because I was so tight back there. I wasn't able to cleat anything in. So you'll see what that does in a second. The braces are just going to be back in that little void. We'll talk about those in a second. But what you can see is I've actually notched out the back side of this, and that's so that I can pull out the panel that goes in there. I'll tell you, it only pulls out when the drawer is open. But if you look underneath there, that drawer sits pretty flush on top of there. That is an 1.5 inch gap that I gave for the drawer system. So just take into consideration all the carpet and all that. And then I just screwed a little piece of strapping that I had left over. But I'll show you how this all goes together here in a second. So once your drawer is pulled out, you should be able to, I can pull this panel right out from underneath there. It makes it easier accessing it from this side than it does the back. You can just set that aside. And again, here's the boards that were kind of tucked behind the chair there. And you notice I've got these picture hangers on them. Pretty easy process. You just attach, maybe not easy one-handed, but I attach the picture hangers in place. And again, those don't hold a tremendous amount of weight. What they do is this cleat, it's not going to need to hold a ton of weight. You're not putting your full body weight on this. This is what I did on this side. Literally, it is just a flip up piece of 3/4 ply that I've got put in place. I put another picture bracket there. So what you do here is grab your other brace, and it attaches in there and attaches down on this side. If I can get it. There we go. Okay. So now you have an entire platform there. You're going to be putting a lot of weight down on this end here. You'll notice I put the hinges, just regular brass hinges, on the bottom, and I did that. There's not a lot of material for them to grasp, but really this is just to keep this in place when it's all folded up. So once your support is in place, you can just put down your material, and there you have it. There's your sleeping platform. Make sure you get it flush with here. The carpet comes into play. Make sure when you put your cleat on there, you account for the carpet. I did that on both sides. I'll show you what it looks like with both of them in place. You can see the sleeping platform that goes all the way back down. I know people have left it at this, and when they have 2 people sleeping in there, you can separate these a little bit, and it leaves a little bit of a gap in the middle. Instead of doing that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut 2 additional strips. We'll see if they can fit back in that same void back behind the seat. If not, I'm going to cut them narrow enough to go in the drawers themselves. We'll cut 2 additional strips and put them in there. With the addition of those 7-inch strips, it fills up that area for sure. It looks like it's a little up and down, but you got to understand that the weight that you put on there kind of evens it all out. Just that back seat has a little bit of a sponge to it, so if you're sleeping on there, it's going to push it all even. So there you have it. There's the 2 larger panels that fit underneath the 2 drawers, and these 2 side panels, or the 2 smaller panels, when needed, are going to be able to fit back behind the seat. We'll get that done. I did add actual locks to this, and these I just picked up at Lowe's, but that way you can actually lock those in place, or at least just close it up when you're driving so things don't rattle around. All right, so what I decided to do is on the passenger side here, I wanted to build a lid on this drawer so I can use it as somewhat as a table while you're camping. I'm just going to do it on the one side so I can leave the other side open for more gear storage. So I've cut a piece of 3/4 inch ply to fit on the inside of there, and I'm going to fix it with hinges. I just put a couple cleats in. You know, trying to keep it as light as possible, so I just threw 2 3/4 inch ply cleats to hold the backside of it. Second part is I'm putting in some hinges. Now you'll see I'm using these weird, I don't know what to call these hinges. I think they're for cabinet doors, but I call them finger crushers. But I'm gonna do 4 hinges along there just because it's plywood and it's gonna be kind of holding stuff up. So get your 4 hinges put in place. Okay, I got the lid on and I got a piece of melamine that I had sitting around and just slapped that on the top. I did drill a single hole through the middle. Of course I tore it out, but anyway, that can serve as your lift. It's not quite 90 degrees, but it's close enough for what our purposes are. The second thing that I did on both of these drawers is I added just a little, whatever you want to call that, pin lock, gate lock on each side just to hold the drawer open. I did that on the other drawer as well, so that way if you need to have it held open for any particular reason, it'll stay there in place. So let's move on to the other things. So unfortunately, all of my stuff wasn't able to fit back behind that void. I did get all the bracing back in there behind the seat, and the 2 additional 7-inch strips for filling out that area are just going to be sitting here in the back of the drawer. I might throw some industrial Velcro in there just to hold them against the sides and keep them out of the way, but they're pretty much out of the way and otherwise. So that finishes up all the things I've done to my 4Runner. Hope you enjoyed the video.